Hello and good evening and welcome to Planner Craft in its new slot. So hopefully you managed to either download the file from earlier or you've had to go with your own and you've created something that looks a little bit like what we have here in Affinity. So before I go too far, let's do some hellos while everybody's joining. Have we got any hellos yet? Oh, I've been too quick.
Too quick.
Okay.
We have an audience, we just don't have any hellos yet.
So don't be afraid to say hi and let us know that you're watching. We don't bite, honest.
Much.
Okay. So far I've printed out the sheet that Ian will be showing you shortly in a minute. And I've also exported the SVG. So if you have any questions about exporting to SVG, just pop them in the comments and Ian will pass them on if he can't answer them himself.
So we have hi to Carol, we have
Hi Carol.
Mayor, who I think is correct, and Deb.
Hello.
We have others watching, but I don't know who they are, so I'll keep going for now.
Okay. So if I hop across to Canvas, I've brought in the registration layer, the cut draw layer and the foil, so you can see that this lovely green down here is our foil that's going to fill. We have our black lines here, which is our foil that's just going to draw. So we need to actually start putting these into groups so that we can actually control how we're sending them. So if we go down to about there, that should have all of our little foil bits in. So we can select so they all turn blue, and we can press Command and G or Control and G if you're on a PC. I'm on a Mac, and that's going to group all of that together into one little holder. And we can even name it foil. So the same way that we labelled our layers in Affinity, we can do that in Canvas. Then we had our registration marks. So again, we can group those. And we can label them registration. Now, with regards to what you want to do with your registration marks, you can either set them to cut or set them to draw. So, Ian, what would you like me to do? Would you like me to set them to draw?
Yeah, you can do. I'll just appear them back up.
Yeah.
The main bit there.
Okay, so that's set to draw. The foil you want to set to draw too. Then we have our shapes that are at the moment all set to cut. So when you bring in an SVG, it's automatically going to set all those paths to cut. So anything you want to draw, this is your opportunity to go through and change that. So we have these little stitch lines that go around the inside of our shapes here. So you could either set those to cut or you could set them to draw. Which would you like to do, Ian?
You choose to do it then.
I don't mind. Let's go for some drawing then, shall we? So I'm going to select that one. And I can set that to draw. And I can do the same for our circle. Everything else I want it to cut. So if we need to check, we can just go group those together. So that's our cut draw, which is our main bit of our work. If we take those out of the way, we can see our registration marks and our foiling. Take the registration out and we can see just foiling. It's a really good exercise to do that, to just check that everything is in the right layer. Okay. So I'm going to send the registration and the cut draw layers first. So hide that foil.
Cut it first, don't you?
Mm-hmm. Why would you like me to foil it first instead? In which case I'll set the registration to cut then. There you go. Deliver it how the boss wants it.
Dinah.
Hello. So when we work in Canvas Workspace, as in the desktop app, when we're saving, it's going to save it as a Canvas project file. But what the machine needs is actually the FCM file. So to do that, we're going to go to Export. And it's going to say that anything that's been hidden is not going to be transferred. That's fine. That's exactly what we want. So we can go OK. And we can transfer it via the internet. And I thought you were going to be brave then.
I'm not sure that one yet.
Okay. So, over to you then, Ian.
Can you do me some foil? Depending which foil you like to use.
Yeah. Yep. I think with those colours, I'm going to go rose gold. So I'll go and cut some rose gold for you. Mid-air.
So, good luck on that. Do you want to change camera?
Well, first of all, you need to change camera and
Yeah, you're not. I'll be with you in a second, folks. Just let me get comfy because Natty's left me an obstacle course.
Says he.
So let's go overhead. So there's our printout that we've created. Right up there. Let's have it away. So let's attach it to a mat. Here we have an Artistics mat which we're using, and I have my foil shield that I cut out of acetate last time I cut one out. So I'm just going to pop this around the outside edge. Get it the right way. So the idea of this is that it protects your mat from getting foil on. So we pop that down first, and then it doesn't fit within me 10 by 10. Oh, Natty, I can't use my foil shield.
Oh dear.
You cheeky man.
Would you like me to trim your foil down a bit more then?
Yeah, I don't need a 12 by 12 sheet.
That's for me. What is it, 8.5 roughly?
Across.
Yes.
Just under 8. Just over 8, sorry. So 8.5 should be fine.
Okay. You're going to get my matte foil.
No, I'm still going to use my other bits, I'm just not going to use the shield itself.
Okay.
Because the A4 doesn't fit within the shield. So, what I have got that will protect the mat a little bit are the offcuts from my foil shield. Now these will protect... Where's the super long ones gone?
Maybe that.
So, it's 11.
You probably don't need to cover up that much, you know.
No, I know, I'm just covering
Being
all
cautious.
bases. Yeah, I don't want to end up foiling your mat because I know how much you love your mat. So this is just a bit of protection for the mat, and these are bits that I used to cut the inside of the mat out with, and they are just a bit of protection. Excuse me.
trying to find the short ones.
Trying to find the ones that fit. There we go. So one little 3-inch in there.
2 over there.
2 over there. And a little one at the bottom just to
Put in the little gap.
put in the gap. And the one in there.
So this is available as a file to download and cut at the moment, isn't it? But
Yeah.
we're working on the better alternative. There you go.
You think?
Yep.
There's going to be a little bit of foil on it, dear, but I can't help that.
Hi, Sally.
Tapety tapety tape. And can I use your painter's tape?
Yep.
So when using foil, you want to make sure that when you attach it to your mat, you start at one end or the other, and you get a nice flat and taut sheet, because what you don't want to do is end up with you a rook in your... I've done that wrong.
What have you done? You didn't scan it first.
No. So, let's start that again.
You're having a good night, aren't
Start
you?
again, because Badger's having a bad night.
I did wonder what you were...
Getting ahead of myself.
Yeah.
That's all.
Which is why I thought you could be spending that while I was cooking, but no.
See, nobody shouted up, did they, and say, Ian, you're a numpty.
Oh dear.
I expected better
It's
from
late.
you lot. Especially Carol. Right. So, let's change screen so you can see the scan and cut. So we're going to retrieve data. Hopefully it's pulled down. Too quick. Let's try that again.
Yeah. So when you first turn on your machine, do allow it enough time to actually connect to the network.
Yeah. Right.
Don't be an eager beaver. Oh, Carol, you do make me laugh.
She just called me a numpty.
No, she's got that start at the very beginning.
Yeah, it's a very good place to start.
Yeah.
So I'm going to background scan because I want to line it up. And this is where your registration marks are going to play in. Hopefully Natalie grouped it all for me.
And I just spotted something that even though it looks right on canvas, it's not right on the machine.
Oh, wonderful.
He has, Carol. I know he has.
What?
I watched him do it.
What's that?
Auntie Carol says you haven't sent her a notification for the group, and I said,
I have. Let me tell me porkies.
but yes, it hasn't. It hasn't taken that hole out there. Look on your screen.
I'll take the foot off. So it just draws the line.
Oh, but then maybe be the same.
It'll be alright. So I need to go in and make sure that everything is
No one for the book.
grouped because somebody hasn't grouped it for me either.
I did.
No, the two themselves aren't grouped, so the registration marks aren't grouped to the...
Oh no, because they're all separate.
Yes. So I want to align them all up and you not have them attached. So just to move them I'm going to group it. I can ungroup after, can't I?
Yes.
So we can use this one to group, so I can then move it all as one. And now we can drag that across, bring it down, and go okay. Let's have a look. And I might just break it a bit darker. That's better. I can see it a bit better now. I'm going to use my zoom. I'm going to zoom again so I've got the full 400%. And then I can nudge my image across so it matches these registration marks at the top. Not overly worried about the ones at the bottom because they didn't draw properly anyway. Let's just have a quick nosy and see how they're doing. Yeah, they're almost in time. So. What sort of fill pattern do you want on this, dearest? Because that looks a bit narrow at the moment. Do you want to resend it with that bit taken out?
I would do, but it means taking it all back out and starting back from Affinity.
Right, so do you want to take the fill off it? Or?
Yeah, take the fill off it now.
Okay. So, now that we've done that, we go to Object Edit.
That's okay, Valerie. It
We
stays
can
up
ungroup.
anyway.
And then we can go into each bit. It apparently doesn't have fill on.
Yeah, it does, otherwise it wouldn't be blue. Ungroup it.
I did. There we go, let's do it that way.
I was going to say select the right bit. There we go.
There we go. Turn the fill off. Can you get a foil quill charging up for me?
I can.
Thank you.
So if you want to stick foil on.
Yes, that's my next challenge. So now that I have that lined up, I can now put my foil on because I know it's in the right place. Oh, I was having a bad day.
Don't be an eager beaver.
No, so I'm going to go OK and OK. And we're going to select and we're going to go to draw. So whilst that's set to there, let me just change back to my overhead, just to prove that we all get it wrong sometimes. We're not all perfect like Natalie.
Let's go for the fine. Given that you've taken that fill off, let's be brave. So with your fine, you're always going to use less pressure.
So again, I've put that on, and I'm just going to make sure that's nice and taut, and then I'm going to get my, where's my spatula?
I was going to say, he's probably staring right at you.
So what I want this to do, rather than sticking to the top, I want it to feed under that bar. Sometimes you just need to...
Hi Carol.
Which Carol's that?
Carol Summerton
Carol Smith.
just joined us, saying hi Carol to hi Carol.
It's playing me up today, sweetie.
Is it playing what? Do it from the top and work your way down. Nope. You're not going to listen to me. No.
I'll stick it down at the top and I won't do the bottom bit, it's okay.
Yes, because listen to Natalie. I let you do this one because I thought you'd be more with it than me.
So you're right then, don't you? So again, want that nice and taut. Can do a bit at the side. Not a bit on the side, like you normally say. Not any of them today. Right, so that's nicely foiled, stuck down.
Okay.
So then we're going to put our foil quill in. Now our foil quill, we have a Carl's 3D Fun Prints holder on it. So it's one of the nice, and they fit nice and easily in. And we only have that attached because we have our original one stuck to the standard tip. So pressure
I tried,
on.
Carol. I tried.
So my pressure I need to adjust back down to -4, -6.
Yeah, -6.
Hands me on. Once we get on with it.
Yeah. So the bold is -2, standard -4, fine is -6, unless you're using certain foils, at which point you drop it down lower.
So there we go, that's the settings that we've got. So it's going to take 2 minutes, our pressure is on -6 and our speed is on 1. So we're going to go for that. Now when I press start, it's going to tell me to attach an appropriate holder. That's because it's Cole's 3D thumbprints holder in there. We press OK and start, and away it goes.
Did you change camera then?
Yes, I've just changed back to the other
okay. There's quite a delay today. Or tonight. It could be that it's just down to sheer volume of people going live.
Don't know if there's many tonight.
Just because there's nobody that we follow doesn't mean that there's nobody going live this time of night.
True. Get more of the gamers on tonight.
Yeah. Do you want to just move the camera up a bit? Do you want to put it on stream up so you can see? There you go. So the pressures were for the bolt tip -2, the standard -4, and the fine -6. If you find that that's not necessarily transferring the foil to the card very well, actually try reducing the pressure, because sometimes it actually helps it transfer better.
Oh, that was close. Let's have a look. That's done a really fine detail on that. Transferred them. It has. So that's transferred nicely.
Are you going to reveal?
Marked it.
Let's have a look. Oh, didn't quite get it lined up though, did you? It's a little bit off.
Oh. It was lined up on the image.
So time for another calibration. Yay!
So that's that bit done. There you go.
Thank you.
Okay, to hang that somewhere.
Yep. Let's pop it on there for a minute.
So do you want to send me the next
bit?
The next bit? Do you want me to send it to you while you do it? Change camera?
Yes. There you go.
Okay, so it's on you.
Okay, so now that we've done the foil, we're going to hide that layer and we're going to put in our cut and draw layer. You're going to keep your registration lines on because Ian had to move that group to be able to position it. So he's going to have to do that same movement again. Okay, so we're going to go to File, Export, OK, and Connect, and OK. There we go. Back with you.
So let's get back to that one. So we're going to go OK, and we're going to go Home and OK. Retrieve data from the internet, and there's our file that Natalie's just sent for us. You can see the background scan still there, which is good because it means I can just move it to that background scan. So we can go Edit.
Everything.
Yep. We can select all. OK. And we're going to group it. just so it's easier to move. We're going to pull that across and line it up. It's going to be tight. Something doesn't line up somewhere because that circles off.
So in which case then, if we go OK and zoom in so you can see.
Yeah. There's me zoom.
Go up to 400. Scroll across. Let's have a look at this circle. That circle's right.
That's better.
Go down.
That looks okay. Square looks okay. And let's just zoom up and make sure the top one looks okay. Wonderful. So,
Fingers crossed.
we're just cutting them out, yeah?
Yeah.
Do you want me to draw the stitch lines or?
Yeah, because we set them to draw, haven't we? So do you want to draw those first?
Yep. I don't need to ungroup it, do I?
No. So you can just go, okay.
Yeah. And then we can go select, and we can go draw. What would you like me to draw it with?
I was going to suggest drawing it with that one, but I don't know if it's going to be too red.
Don't you think?
Go for that one, just because.
Go for that one, just because it's there.
What is plugged in where the blade goes? Okay, so it was a foil quill, and then instead of using the We Are Memory Keepers adapter, it's using the 3D Thumbprints foil quill adapter, because I got my We Are Memory Keepers one jammed on my standard. So if I show you very quickly.
Okay, round it overhead.
Overhead. So I use the bold one because then you can see it a bit better. So it just screws onto the end. In terms of powering it, we just use the We Are Memory Keepers USB power supply.
So the pen holder I'm using is one of Carl's standard universal pen holder. It's the colour you'll be used to if you've seen it anywhere apart from
Carol says use a gold pen.
a gold pen.
A gold pen. Oh, there is. I don't know whether this will work or not, but you can try it because we haven't tried these before, have we? Ooh.
I don't know if that's too thick. Ooh. Just.
There we go. So do you want to show that on camera?
Just drawn a lovely gold line on the bottom of that. So we've used a hoo-hoo
Metallic marker.
metallic marker in gold.
Well, that's sort of rose gold because there's a normal gold as well.
So I'm going to drop that into my pen holder. Just want to go in today. I'm misbehaving.
Yeah, don't force it. Just.
I'm not. Can't be awkward today.
Oh, I did wonder why you're using a blue one rather than the normal pink one.
Because the pink one's underneath there.
You pinched the blue one off me on the machine.
So what we do is we load it into the pen holder, tighten it up at the top, make sure it's done at the bottom. It's dry nicely. There we are. So pen holder is in. Pressure -6, leave it as.
Yeah, because it's...
Speed of 1, if you're doing it a bit faster.
A little bit faster, you could probably go about 3 with that one. We'll see how it goes.
Okay, so again we've gone...
This may end up being awfully bold, but we'll see.
Again, because it's Carl's holder, it just says...
Ooh, that's a different effect. Because it's quite a bold pen.
You got a medallion sort of effect on it.
Yeah, it's sort of like beaded, isn't it? If you wanted to, when it finishes drawing this circle, you could pause it and switch it to another pen.
Leave it as is.
Fascinates me watching the drawing. Do you want to switch it to the other screen?
It should be.
Oh, okay. Just went just as I said. I haven't done any crocheting in ages. My great grandma used to be amazing at it. That's a different effect again, isn't it? Ooh. Quite like that.
Did you not do it on the heart?
No.
Oh. Okay. So you're going to cut those out?
You could almost go back into that with something over the top, couldn't you? To pull out the stitching.
You're going to cut them out?
Yeah.
So now we're left with cutting them out. Oh, let's put that one away because that's...
Don't juggle.
Standard blade for this because it's only squares and...
Yes. Nice and simple.
So we're going to use our standard blade. Let's change our camera so you see what I'm doing up close cam. And we can go please select and cut. And you can see our pressures are -7, speed on 1. I speed up a little bit or...
Yeah, you can go a bit quicker. Should I put it together tomorrow morning?
Yeah, if you want to.
Oh no. Tomorrow's Tuesday.
Do it tomorrow evening. Wednesday morning.
Wednesday morning. Because tomorrow night I'm doing the pen tool in canvas.
Okay, so there you go. We'll do it Wednesday morning.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to go to cut. And we're going to start. And off it goes. That one isn't it, top? It's the STAs.
I know. But they're not coming up as they normally do. Just for me. That'd be cool if you could, Sally.
There we go. So that's finished cutting. So we're going to go OK. Let's just make sure it's cut through. Yep.
So I've just popped up an affiliate code for the pens and the computer's just gone. I'm not showing the video anymore.
That's right. Having a dense one, don't worry about it. It's probably still running. It's probably just having a do a refresh. Windows are.
Okay, Carol says we need to do a course in colouring digitally.
Okay.
So we can touch on that a little bit at the weekend. In terms of painting and stuff, can't we?
Considering I lined that up manually, that isn't that bad on those registration marks.
No, you're not far right.
So let's just get my metal spatula. I'll get under the edge of these.
Yeah, Carol, I think it's just Ian's computer playing up. It's just a bit on the slow
It's
side.
having a bad day today, isn't it?
Yeah.
So there's our one panel. You can see that's foiled. It's a really fine line in there. Considering I didn't move that and how well lined up the registration marks is, there's something going wrong there with the...
I don't think it posted the link.
Give it time.
Okay. I may just do it on mine quickly.
There's the... And again you can see the foiling on the outside, and there's the dotted lines that we drew first. We then have the lovely heart. And last but not least,
Wait for the comments to load on this one now. That looks funky.
It does. So I'll just take them down the little bits, do you?
No.
So I'll just clear the bits off. It has links, it's there.
I could put... It's just on that one, it's not showing it.
Yeah, it's just me.
And my comments aren't coming at all.
Oh, you broke that one, Julie, haven't you? Oh, there we go.
Oh, there we go. That's better. So obviously a little bit slow on the internet tonight. Something to bear in mind.
Yeah. So I'll just take these bits off. And about my shoot. And you will be able to show our improved position.
Soon.
Soon. And that's done. So you're going to put it together?
Yeah, I'll put it together Wednesday morning. So that would be 11 o'clock. Wednesday morning we'll put the card together. Just because we've already planned what we're doing tomorrow night. So tomorrow night we're doing pen tool in canvas. So
and there's no
for those of you that are
live.
struggling to scan, we can show you a way around that one.
Yeah, and there's no live tomorrow morning.
Yeah. Yeah, very much so, Carol. It's going, I've had a really long day, you've made me work really hard, you've had everything that you could possibly have open at once open. I've crashed several times. I'd really like to go to bed now.
You say the same too.
Yeah. No, I haven't finished my goal yet. It's not on, is it? I did a little bit of groovy at the weekend. And then I was making samples, wasn't I?
You were?
For things that I can't show yet. But I've done some new techniques that we can have a look at when we can show them. So that you can have a play with those.
Yep. Okay. That it then?
I think that's it for today.
Hey. That wasn't too bad.
No.
A little dramatic at the start, but a little bit of drama in the night time, eh? Beats
Okay.
normal telly.
So let us know what you think to the new time. Maybe you want it to be slightly earlier or slightly later. And we'll see where we go from there. So take care for now, and we will see you back here tomorrow night at 7 o'clock. Bye for now.